A lot of players are having breakout seasons, so I wanted to highlight a few who have taken that leap. I'm focusing on players who have never made an All-Star game, so guys like Ant, LaMelo, and Halliburton are not going to be mentioned. Someone who's making a case for an All-Star appearance is Tyrese Maxey. The starting guard for the Philadelphia 76ers is averaging a career high in multiple stat categories. Heading into the season, I mentioned him as an honorable mention when predicting most improved player, but he still impressed me this year. A big reason why I didn't make him my pick for MIP was due to the James Harden situation. Luckily for Maxey, he likely ended up being the biggest winner from the deal. When Harden sat out, Tyrese played great regardless, and how well Tyrese did play probably made the Sixers feel more comfortable trading away Harden. The part of the offense that was most impacted by the trade was their playmaking. After losing their best passer, Maxey has been filling in the gap Harden left. Tyrese has also been doing what he does best at a higher volume, being great in transition, an excellent finisher for his size, and one of the best shooters on the team. Since he came into the league, Maxey has never had a consistent team and role for a long period of time. First, he would get inconsistent minutes during his rookie season. Then he dealt with the Ben Simmons situation, and then the trade for Harden. Once it seemed like the 76ers had some consistency, they hired a new coach and traded Harden away. Now in a contract year, Maxey's been having a career season, proving to Philly that he should be a part of their long-term plan. Another bucket getter whose role has been inconsistent is Cam Thomas. Last season, Cam had shown some flashes of potential, but his play and minutes changed every game. Before that, his place on the team was changing while the Nets' big three broke up. In all honesty, I thought there was a chance he could have been traded in the past few off-seasons. Instead, he started this year on fire for Brooklyn. The team needed some offensive creators, and Cam is an excellent example of one. Before he got injured, he started the season averaging 27 points on respectable efficiency. It took a little bit of time to come back from his ankle injury, but in his return, he put up 26 on a minute restriction. He's always been known as a guy who can get to his shots, but he's taken it to another level this year. One aspect of his game I like to see him improve on is his ability to facilitate. Cam doesn't really look to get his teammates the ball a lot. Even though assists don't mean everything when it comes to how well of a passer you are, Cam Thomas is averaging 2.3 assists on the year. That's a career high. If his shot isn't falling, Cam Thomas doesn't really add much to their offense. He's definitely improved as a player, and there's still space for him to take another step in his game. Although his improvement isn't the biggest on paper, Franz Wagner has looked really nice this season. The Orlando Magic just went on a winning streak that ties their franchise record, and they couldn't have done it without Franz. In those wins, he put 27 on the reigning champs and then had 30-point games back to back to back. He averaged 23, 5, and 3 during their win streak. Franz is a very versatile player. He's an athlete, a solid ball handler, a shooter, a fine playmaker for his position, and a defender. The most noticeable difference for the Magic in general this season is their record. They're playing some great defense, and Franz is one of the players that's helping Orlando get so many wins. Honestly, you can make the case he's the best player on the team. Franz and the Magic have shown improvement this season. Another player who's playing great for the 2021 draft class is Alperen Sengun. The center for the Houston Rockets has been averaging career highs this year. This season, Sengun has been Houston's most consistent offensive creator while also being one of their best playmakers. He's been called Baby Jokic over the past few years, and a big reason why is due to how well he could pass at his size. Another reason is because of how well he can work in the post, as a scorer and as a playmaker. I thought he could have a great season, but I was worried about how much Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks would affect the Rockets' offense. Both players took a dip in their production and efficiency during the 2023 season, so signing both of them had me confused. The team's offensive production has struggled at times this year, but when their offense is flowing, Sengun is a massive reason why. They've also been winning some games this year. A team that was expected to stay around 13th in the standings has been a 500 team. Not only is he playing great, but he's playing great at a really young age. He's 21 and averaging 20 points in the NBA. Some players get drafted at that age. The Rockets have one of the best young big men in the league. During the 2022 draft, one player who had one of the highest possible ceilings was Shaedon Sharpe. Now in his sophomore year, he's been given much more opportunity and showing why he was drafted so high even though he never played in college. If you followed the Blazers around the end of last season, you might have been able to see this coming. In his final 10 games, he was averaging around 23, 5, and 4. Now, he's been playing similar to how he did then. One of the most noticeable aspects of Shaedon's game is how great of a finisher he is. Just by looking at these clips, you can see how high his vertical is. He's an incredible athlete, but he doesn't just use his athleticism to score. He can also score from the mid-range and from 3. This combination of elite athleticism and a really good shooting can create a great 3-level scorer. While he hasn't been the most efficient, the fault isn't entirely on him. Portland just had Anthony Simons come back from injury that had him miss every game but the season opener. Simons not playing was a big loss, since they didn't have one of their best scorers, shooters, and playmakers. A team that had some of the worst spacing in the league lost their main offensive threat. If you're wondering if Shaedon's averages have gone down now that Anthony's back, they've actually gone up. Not only did he step up in Anthony's absence, but Shaedon has been better with Ant on the floor. They also had Malcolm Brogdon deal with injuries and had Scoot in and out of the G League. The three guys who were looked at as the best playmakers on the team have been hurt or haven't met the expectations that were set. I mentioned how young Sengun is, but Shaedon's even younger. Some guards in Portland can be long-term pieces, and Shaedon has been making his case to be one of them. Scottie Barnes also has needed to distinguish himself from other players who played the same position on his team. After he won Rookie of the Year and made the playoffs, Scottie didn't really show signs of progression during his sophomore season. Meanwhile, the team went from the 5th seed to losing in the play-in. Going into his 3rd season, a big change happened, and some more changes can happen once the 2024 offseason begins. Toronto lost Fred last summer for nothing, and now can lose both Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby this upcoming summer. The future of this team would change massively based on how Scottie played this year. With all that in mind, he's played some of his best basketball this season. Just like Franz, I'd consider Scottie to be a really versatile player. He's a terrific defender, a great playmaker as a forward, and can finish at the rim really well. One aspect of his game that's been better is his 3-point shot. This year, Scottie's been much more efficient on a much higher volume. He shot nearly 38%, which is a 10% increase, while attempting nearly double the number of threes. At the same time, Pascal has been having a down year, and OG has looked more or less the same. There was some confusion regarding the future of this team, but it feels as if there's been a reignited confidence in Scottie to be an important part of Toronto's future. Let me know if I forgot to mention another player in the comments, and check out this video on your screen.